Aphro Kingdom. Today we have another episode of the Off the Air season. Today I have my guest Step and Eski to tell us about the black community and how it's affecting us in the music industry. First, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
How y'all doing? My name's artist, a poet, a writer, producer, uh, activist in my mind, a revolutionary. We representing blunt rap.
Eski, that's the everyday scene, immediately artist, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, activist, messenger, just to wake the people up.
What inspired you to create music and to become a part of the music industry?
Say that one more time.
What inspired you to create songs and to be a part of the music industry?
For me, coming out of high school, I wasn't really doing too good in school. I was having problems at home with, I was going through that battle with my stepfather, you know. But at the end of the day, it was on me. I was goofing around. I wasn't really prepping for life. And then when life hit me with, it got to a point where my mother was letting it be known, you becoming a grown man. You know what I'm saying? You about to have to leave the nest. I felt like how Jay-Z felt on the song, This Can't Be Life, when he felt like he was going to be a failure. I felt like I was going to be a failure because I had no purpose. And right in the head, God, he blessed people with a focus. He just spoke to me. He said, I want you to use music as a way to express yourself. And ever since I had that thought, that's what I knew I wanted to make music as a way to express myself and how I sing the world.
For me, it was an outlet, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't really too much of a communicator and all that, you know what I'm saying, like with people. So for me, it was an outlet. It was a way to express things that I had going on in my life, things that I was seeing around me, you know what I'm saying? And it helped me be able to network with other people as far as like producers and things of that nature. So I just, I fell in love with it early, you know what I'm saying? And stuck with it.
What genre would you consider your music fit
Um,
Hip hop,
yeah, definitely hip hop.
which is just a branch from the overall black music.
But it distinctively is a music with a message. You know what I'm saying? Like I think to me that's important. You know what I'm saying? Because genre is cool, but people would throw all type of music in with that. You know what I'm saying? So hip hop is like the name that everybody would know, but like to really put a stamp on it, it's music with a message.
And like hip hop, like gumbo, like we a genre that could use so much. And like a lot of our beats, we make a lot of our beats. And I feel like even though we create hip hop, I know we was heavily influenced by the soul music. The great artists like the Marvin Gaye's, the Jimmy Briscoe and the Beavers, that soul music. Curtis Mayfield, I believe that music definitely inspire us to create music because we take a lot of those music, like how Kanye do the samples. I feel like me as a producer, I follow that path. I get inspired by some music and borrow some of it and create it into our own hip hop.
What would you say is your biggest influence, career-wise and just in life?
One more time. Say that one more time.
What's your biggest influence, career-wise and life in general?
Mm, that's it. I got it. You might be good with that.
My biggest influences in life, period, is just anything that I deem to be great. Anything that I'm studying, I want to know who's the greatest. And if I'm studying chess, who is the greatest in chess? If I'm studying football, it ain't just stats with me with these sports. Who performed in certain moments? I love boxing because you get to see greatness. Some people be Like when they talk about Ali, when he fought Foreman in Africa, I was inspired by that because he had to use a tactic of being on the ropes to survive. So me in life, period, I'm just greatness. And my father, I feel like he the truest man that I ever met. Shout out to Blunt Rock Bird. He's definitely one of my biggest influences because he teaches about truth. And it's hard to be truthful in this world. And as far as career-wise, Muhammad Ali, people like Tupac, Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, Huey P. Newton, Nas, all the great hip-hop artists for me. Those are some of my big influences when it comes to music.
I think with the influence, I would have to say, I gotta go with my mother. You know what I'm saying? For real, because it's like the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen both sides. You know what I'm saying? Just how she didn't overcame, but she didn't overcame. It's like it motivated me to be just as strong. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got put her in that most influential. You know what I'm saying? And she's right there. Don't get me wrong. People that influence me, you know, that I don't really know, you know, in certain aspects. It's a moment, but I'm not there. You get what I'm saying? So it's another feeling when you actually know somebody. You know what I'm saying? You see them, you know, in reality. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I gotta put her in that seat. And then career wise, that's all over the place for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so much like I'm gonna just use music though. I'm gonna use music Currency. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if too many people familiar with Currency Spitter, but he's a big influence on me because he just stayed in his own lane. You know what I'm saying? Years in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like he not fold into, you know, the stereotype of what the age of the rapper and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's being who he is. You know what I'm saying? So that's somebody that just came off the top of my head that I could say is a big influence on the career aspect as far as the music.
What inspired your song Lessons and Blessings?
Like, that's easy. It's in the title, you know what I'm saying? Like experiences, lessons and blessings, witnessing people go through certain things and take them how they take them, whether that be, you know, they give up or, you know what I'm saying? They say, you know what, this is part of life. They go with this and they roll with the punches, you know what I'm saying? Just all of it rolled in one, you know what I'm saying? Like with us, it'd be like real life moments that just get piled up into the music, you know what I'm saying? And then it just come out how it come out. So like, in a nutshell, you know what I'm saying? But
And like you said, the title, Lessons and Blessings. And I feel like, and I'm speaking for me, I feel like God didn't, now I'm speaking for us when I say this. I think he put us in positions sometimes of influence. So people might look at us and see even certain artists that's coming up that might not even be in a position to put their music out when they want to. They might look at us. We might got the freedom to put our music out. So sometimes in music, you want to humble yourself in the music. A lot of artists always want to talk about this, I got that. So sometimes people got to get the lesson and the blessing. They got to understand why a person is on this level, or they got to know about the L. So I feel like it was a good way to teach. You know what I'm saying? The humbling for me, God didn't humble me out here. But it's always been the best teacher. Life been the best teacher.
the blessings come with the lessons.
And a lot of my ills, shortcomings that happen in life, I don't take them back because if I didn't have to go through my mentality, it wouldn't have sparked my mentality to go this way. And that's when the lesson become the blessing.
Because,
Yeah.
Your whole,
Yeah,
everything blacked out just like,
oh,
now I can hear you.
I was saying on my side, it didn't black out. So,
My bad.
the sound.
Nah, the sound went out. Repeat your question.
oh no, I was saying that yeah, that's a good lesson that most people learn eventually they get to that path to find their own
Mhm.
Um, how do you feel about the current music industry?
And you heard
How do we feel about the current music industry? It's like what Dick Gregory said, it's a game. You know, we artists that create music, but to be honest, it's an aspect of the music industry that I'm still not hip to. I've been studied some stuff that go on. I'm not really trying to go that route. You know, we want to get it from the people. I feel like the music industry is controlled by an entity that's not concerned with uplifting the people. So it already lets you know the music industry is a game that's looking to control and take people out when they don't get in line. So you got to deal with it carefully. That's how I view the music industry.
I want to say the industry. It is what it is. I view it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no way. You know what I'm saying? I respect when you got real artists and real music to a certain extent as far as what they talking and what they uh representing to a certain extent as far as just authenticity. Shout out to Griselda as far as being able to cross over and reach a certain mainstream, presence, but still being who they are. You get what I'm saying? So in that aspect of the industry, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like as a whole, I just think it's really coming back as far as just people really respecting the music, being authentic. You get what I'm saying? Like all the copycatting and the sounding the same and all that is getting old in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I think that aspect of the industry, I'm appreciating a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But for me, when I think about revolutionary mindset, something going, I don't know right now. I ain't about to tell you like I know the answers because we got to unite. But the music industry got to be taken over because black people always. I seen a movie one time called The Good Shepherd, and it was Joe Pesci talking to Matt Damon, and he was a mobster that the CIA let do what they do if they give information. So if he didn't give information, they was gonna send him back to Italy. And he was like, the Jews are tradition, the Italians they got their church, and he was like, even the niggas, they racist. He was like, even the niggas, they got their music. Right then and there, let me know we done made billions of dollars with our musical talent, but we don't control our musical talent. And it's 2021. They've been goofing black people music for years to the point where they control it. That's why you don't hear that much uplifting black music on the mainstream airways. So the way I view the music industry, we really gotta attack it. Like we really gotta view it like it's an enemy. Because for one, we make so many other people money from our talent that don't go back into the community. But it influences our community. They don't care whether our black music telling people to do this or telling people to do that, but we don't control it. So I think the music industry is in violation. I think they got to be on the list of an entity that got to be aimed at with a person like me. They on the enemy list with me.
How do you feel about music impacting the lives of the black
Say that one more time.
people? The music. How do you feel like music is impacting the lives of the black community?
Major, major. You know what I'm saying? Like mentality. That's the one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like it got people uh living in a fantasy to a certain extent. And it's like when I say living in a fantasy, it's like people trying to skip steps. You know what I'm saying? They trying to jump to the the instant gratification. I didn't mean to say Instagram. I meant to say instant gratification. So it's a major uh, influence in a negative aspect because I feel like people um, they not really trying to hear the people that's really talking no uplifting or no, helping out the community. They want they want people that represent a certain image at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know how these people live in real life. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's a major influence in a negative aspect. And I feel like that's because people make choices on what it is that they choose to be influenced by. So I'm not even just going all the way cook it, because people make choices. You know what I'm saying? It's great artists and great music and great messengers out here. You know what I'm saying? But people just they not trying to hear it for real, for real.
We at war with Satan at the end of the day, and he playing psychological warfare. And music, period, definitely in the Black community that had great influence, because look at, we got Michael Jackson come from the Black community overall, and look what he done. But our people suffer from post-slavery syndrome, where we've been in the struggle so much, they done programmed us to respect status. No matter how you got to this status, that's why you're seeing a lot of women, no disrespect to the Cardi B's and the this and the that, but at one point, that image that they pushing would have never been allowed at one point in the Black community. Now it's the norm. They're normalizing hoism to the point where if you go back to the streets, some people are getting entangled in hoism because of the influence that bro talking about. So a lot of it is they know they playing psychological warfare. They know that most people in the Black community come from the struggle they don't have. So when they see these people in position and statuses, they feel like they got the answer to success. When in reality, it's just a machine that can pick who they want. Are you willing to play the role? And if they willing to play the role, they have put them out there to influence the masses and lead them into destruction, lead them into psychological destruction. That's why if you look, let's just say hip hop. Most of the innovative hip hop artists today that's making any music with substance, most of them are what? Independent. Because he who has the goal makes the rules. The people at the top that's funding these people, that's influencing the young niggas to kill and shoot and this, it's a game like Dick Gregory said, and they money long. And most of our people struggling. We don't even care about Black people. We so at odds with each other, it's quick. Some people selling out without knowing they selling out. They don't care about it. Hey, you need me to talk about shoot, shoot, bang, bang for the bag? They willing to do it. They willing to do it. So we got to change that. That's why the music industry is on the list of being the enemy, because they got a big part of controlling the minds of our community and our community in disarray. So the music industry got to be at fault. They got to be viewed as an enemy right now because they got big influence, and they're not putting the ones that's trying to uplift in position.
From the reality show sitcom Love and Hip Hop, the show was supposed to show how the music industry looks day to day with the influences amongst people in the industry. Do you feel as though they represent the Black community?
You say the Love and Hip Hop show,
Okay,
is about to show like the day to day of like being an artist.
she was saying the Love and Hip Hop show, the write-up of it was supposed to show day-to-day operation of hip hop, what goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And the lives of the Black community.
Do we believe the courage that they're putting out there is depicting the Black community in the right way?
See, I don't watch that, John, so I don't know, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't watch it, but I've seen enough of it over the years, and of course not, because all they do, it's a hypnotizing thing. And I'm gonna tell you, it's powerful. I'm not even going to be hypocritical. I'm not for it, but I've been around people that watch it and get sucked in because Black people got a problem. We be entertained by drama. So they promote so much drama that we tune into the chaos and not realizing well, it's probably the 10th season. So if you add 10 episodes a year, that's an hour. So that's 10 hours times 10 years that niggas been wasted on drama. And that's what they want to do. That's 10 hours times 10 years wasted on you not really having your mind on something that's going to uplift. They doing what they supposed to do. They distracting our people. It's a terrible. All our people are not like that. And that's just showing some of our people that's willing to play whatever part they got. And it ain't even for money all the time. People think it's always for money. Sometimes it's for notoriety. Some people doing this shit just to have the billion followers.
And that's why me, I never really take it serious. Like, it's one thing to promote something like this is what's going on. You get what I'm saying? But when you gotta think, like, is this person playing a role for this? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what they doing. Like, they putting out a certain energy or putting out a certain, for, like he said, notoriety for the bloggers to talk about it, to put this, you know what I'm saying, in the topic, trending topic of this week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's too much phony for real, for me. I can never get with it. For real.
And it's so silly. I remember, like, one of the most influential movements when you talk about trends and movements at one time was Dipset. To me, Dipset, one of the great movements in hip hop. Despite whatever people might feel about their content sometimes at that time, they definitely one of the great movements in hip hop. And I remember years ago, you had G Wells, I think it's his wife now, fighting with Jim Jones' girl. That right there let me know that shit silly. That shit right there let me know it's designed to break up a move. Oh, you influenced by this movement? Let me show you what drama can do. Right there, it let me know it's a chink in the armor. How can you be the capo? No disrespect to Jim, I'm just telling you how a fan viewed it at that time. How can you be the capo and you got your girl fighting the underboss baby mother? It just looked chaotic. It looked chaotic. It's a stain on the movement forever because of some silly shit like love and hip hop.
And some things like that, let's just say that is what's going on to a certain extent. It ain't supposed to be out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically saying it's putting the wrong energy out there. And that's the problem a lot of the time with the social media. People be so quick to want to show something and they're not even really thinking of the damage that it's really doing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of really trying to get to a real solution to not even have to put up the camera to show some drama. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's a crazy cycle.
What way do you think?
Love and hip hop should be canceled.
Okay, y'all heard that. Cancel love and hip hop. So, how do you think the Black community can improve the representation of the private lives and the public lives of musical artists in the community?
Say that one more time.
I don't know why it's so low, but it is. Say it one more time.
How do you think the musical artists in the Black community can improve the representations publicly and privately within the industry to show like the full picture of the victims?
You saying how can artists show that?
Yes.
Like basically through their music. That's what you asking?
Yeah, through their music or like other ways related to the
But like there's plenty of ways, you know what I'm saying? Because the music, of course, that's just a tool. But really being in the community, being hands-on, really supporting one another.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just left here before this interview from a grand opening of a store, Fat Munchies. You know what I'm saying? Just went through just the support. You know what I'm saying? I'm basically saying I feel like really just being hands-on and putting things into the community for the solution opposed to trying to talk about the problem in so many words. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of conversation about why this is going on, why that's going on, where it's like more like as far as what I'm saying with the artist of it, what can we do? What we'll be doing to go, you know what I'm saying, find a solution basically.
And I feel like Any artist that's willing to make money off of creating material about what goes on in the urban community, it might be risky, but it's risky for all of us. We out here getting killed by each other. We getting killed by the police. They got to take the risk of being present. Sometimes it ain't about the money or even open up, and just their presence can provide motivation and inspiration. That's why a lot of people looked up to Ali. When Ali was in his times, technology wasn't like how it is today. So when he did his outreach, he was amongst the streets. He was walking amongst the people. He was being present. He was doing what Jesus was doing. He was allowing the people to touch you. He was having conversation. It should be no difference. You know what I'm saying? Some people might reach a certain level of success, but they still got to be present to bring their people. People got to have the Harriet Tubman mentality. It wasn't satisfying for her just to be free. She came back. So I think that's what they got to do. A lot of our celebrities, they reach a level and they feel like for their own validation, they feel like they got to speak on stuff that the people in the Black community might not even afford to have access to. They got to come back and relate. They still got to be present. They got to pull us through, and a lot of them not doing that no more. You got to be present.
Would you say one's choice of music says a lot about one's character and how they view life?
You said, do their music represent their character?
One's choice of music, would you say one person's choice of music represent their character and their view of life?
Sometimes.
Choice of music, me personally, when you say choice, are you talking about the music that they choose to put out?
Put out and listen to.
I can't. Nah, I don't. Cause I mean, I feel like music is about moods. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so maybe you can say that, but still, I don't know. I don't really know how that. I don't think so.
I might be wrong, and I don't think I'm always, because I done met some people that listen to some shit that threw me off. But then we can also engage. But to me, sometimes I think if a person displays the type of music they into and how far they into, because sometimes the music is just recorded lifestyle. So if a person is into the music enough where they condone in a certain lifestyle, I damn sure do judge their character.
Yeah, that I can say.
You know,
but I feel like people listen to music that they feel like they like, but they never would really partake in anything that's, you know what I'm saying, that's really coming from the music. It's just they like the music for the sound or for the moment of it. You know what I'm saying? The turn up, as they say. But it's like, I don't really judge a character. You know what I'm saying? I don't really place that with a character. You know what I'm saying? But like Burr said, like if you condoning certain things, you get what I'm saying? And it's like you could tell what certain things really influence how people think. So I do, I feel like, I do feel like there's a correlation between that character and what a person chooses to partake in as far as their music, listening to, and what they put out.
And me, I'm not telling the person, okay, you're trying to get to know a person, they play some music that might not be to your liking. It's like they disqualified. But I do pay attention. If it's a person I don't know, I am listening to the music they listen to. Just me. That's just my natural. And then if they character is matching up to what I heard, then they on trial with me. Their character is on trial with me. And I think music is a good way to find out a person's, but like bro said, some people ain't taking music serious. They just got it on. It might be the trend. The trendy person might get a pass.
But even that, a person that might be with the trend, right? And they might not so-called be with their character, but then you might put some music on with substance and they blocking it. That right there shows what's up. Like, you understand? So it do correlate for real. Because it's one thing if you allowing that to come into your system, but then you blocking some positivity or some uplifting that could come into your system. You get what I'm saying? So it do correlate for real. I'm just saying now that I'm really thinking about it as far as the question.
So My simple answer would be, to me, sometimes the type of music a person listens to can go with their character, but it's still hard to really judge their overall character because of the music they listen to.
What is 3 things you wish you knew to enter the music industry?
3 things.
That you wish you knew before you entered the music industry.
That you wish you
Wish
knew.
you could. Oh man, 3 things I wish I knew. That's a good one. 3 things I wish I knew.
I feel early in my career, I wish I knew how important visuals was and just content period outside of music, like what we're doing right now. I wish I knew how important this was when I first started. It's so much though, man.
Yeah. I wish I would have knew, because I was already early in the game hip to the business side of the music, but I never really took it serious, and I had the knowledge to really learn it early. So I know that's something that I wish I would have took more advantage of, because I knew, but I didn't really take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Like really learning the business aspect so that it's more beneficial to me, opposed to learning it later on down the line, and then you know, it's like you playing catch up with certain steps that could have already been taken care of. I know that's one thing.
But my makeup, like, to be honest, I'm trying to search for an answer because it's really hard for me to answer that, because I always think movement. I never thought music industry. So I feel like I'm still in it. So I'm still learning stuff. So it's like, I feel like everything happened for a reason, but you better recognize the lessons and things so you don't repeat certain things, you know. But I don't really never really be like, I wish I knew this.
Yeah, because it's like we still learn every day, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because
so that's a great question, but it's kind of
because for me, music always been just a part of it.
Yeah.
It's just a part of the tool.
Yeah.
I think we gonna really uplift our people in many different ways. I think we gonna be great in a lot of categories. So music just one of them. I never had the attack of music industry. What do I need to do to elevate in the industry? I'll be more so thinking, how can I elevate with the people? How can I make the people see this shit? You know what I'm saying? How can they see the light? You know? And I'm learning that a lot of our people don't want to see the light.
What is something you would like to tell your entrepreneurs in the music industry, there's people, period, in our community want to be involved in music? What is something that they should know?
You gotta try to say it as loud as you can.
What is some things you want a future musical artist to know about the music business and how they can better prepare themselves for intern?
They have to be organized and disciplined. You cannot, if you got the passion, you're going to keep fighting, but you're going to be taking the long road. You have to be organized and disciplined. It's not smart. Like we got our own studio, so we do audio engineering. We tell a lot of artists, they'll come here thinking it's different when you're in the booth. So sometimes they write a song and don't even finish it because they think they could just write it, not go over it. No, you got to practice. You got to be disciplined, because you're going to ultimately waste time and money. So any artist, be disciplined and organized. If y'all supposed to practice on performing at Sunday at 8, do it.
And of course, man, like, know what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got their own thing, if you get what I'm saying. Like, know what you want to do, because I feel like a lot of people get into it. You might got person that do beats, then now he want to rap, then now you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think you got to really find what they call it, your niche. You know what I'm saying? See, what is it that you really want to do, and then really learn everything about that and be the best at that. You know, and surround yourself with people to fill in other things. Because that's another thing. Like, you know, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? You're going to want to do everything, but it's just not the reality. You know what I'm saying? That slows up the pace sometimes. Be knowledgeable enough to know what it is that you need to get done to help you assist what it is that you're trying to do, and then find the pieces and put them in place, you know what I'm saying, to help the whole movement grow.
Thank you for this conversation. I think everyone who watched this video get a lot from what I said, is and out of music industry that most. How you guys feel about this conversation?
I feel good, you know what I'm saying. I feel like these, like Brett said earlier, we took kind of, I ain't gonna say we didn't take advantage, you know what I'm saying. It's just life be what it is as far as not doing these type of things more often, more dialogue, you know what I'm saying, especially just with people that we don't see on a daily basis. You get what I'm saying? Just to get those different thoughts and mindsets to interact, to come to some type of common understanding at the end of the day. So I appreciate these type of conversations, and I'm looking forward to more and more and more, to be honest.
Yeah, I appreciate this conversation. And you asking questions to get our view from a musical standpoint too. And I think these conversations, when people see it, it's going to be clear what we stand by. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be clear how we view it. It's going to be clear what we trying to represent. And music, man, it's powerful in our community. And I feel like the enemy got control over our music. And I don't think a lot of people think that deep enough. You know, but these are the conversations that's going to provoke thought. So I like the conversation. Anything dealing with the Black community is a good conversation for me.
To wrap up this episode, can you guys play the song Blessings and Blessings?
Say that one more time.
Wrap up the show, can you guys play the song Blessings and Blessings?
Okay.
Okay, that's what's up.
You saying you want that we could play it live, or it's some type of okay? I ain't know it's Skype.
Play it live.
All right. Wise Low, and how did you feel about the song Lessons and Blessings?
I really like the song, and like the thing is like a perfect example about just somebody growing up to become who they are, and things they had in their upbringing, how they like gave to use with their fruits and where they're heading next. And I got that kind of message for you. It's a great message, especially for today's time, as we try to figure out how we can work like a pandemic, many long, and still trying to find ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I just because I checked out a couple of your episodes too, man. I like what you're doing. I like the substance and the content you're trying to put out there. And for me, a person like you give me more hope to network, because sometimes in this game, it's hard to run into people that got a like minds. It's so much silly mentalities out here that get in the way that I have a lot of people stay in the shell and think that they got to get to a certain status before they can have influence. And I'm going to say you because we in the same area, DMV area. I just seen an episode that you had. I forgot the young man's name, but it was called How Can the Males and Females Support Each Other in the Black Community as Entrepreneurs. This the type of stuff me and bro talk about on the regular. So we got somebody that's in the same area, that's on that same wave. But here's the unique thing. When I looked at your social media, me and you had not one person in common with our fan bases. So to me, that's clear. We got to link up. I gotta, the people that's in my fan base that's really following me, I gotta make sure, hey, y'all gotta go check out the Bay. The people that's really messing with the Bay, hey, y'all gotta get hip to Blunt Rock BNC. That's how it's gonna happen. The music industry, we can't depend on them. We can't, because they're not gonna want to push our message. We gotta depend on each other. So the people that got to like minds, we got to do better too as far as how we network. I don't like the network in the DMV area. We got to humble ourselves. This is a great area. This is the DMV. Look how many great people come from the DMV. Marvin from the DMV. Annie Helen Burroughs from the DMV.
That's my whole goal when I created this show. Like, to get the community talking in the DMV. Like, you see on the news how, oh, one or two doing great things in the DMV. Then when we see ourselves in the DMV, like, where are they at? Like, where can we find them? Talk at them and to, like, find so many people in the area to talk about them. Like, areas. You see how we all growing together. Like, don't wait until we on the TV and you see on the news, like, look what's happening in the capital, and he's telling me what's happening in Northern Virginia. You know, we're doing it already now. Look at us now while we're here, seeing as how we're growing. That's why we are a community. That's why we call the DMV. Has so many great things coming out, and you just don't see it until you see it on this.
Yep.
So
One more place I got. What you say?
I said, so I'm glad you guys want to be a part of this conversation because, like, it's a lot of things we don't know about the music industry. Especially, we already know DC is all about music. So I'm like, why we don't talk about it?
Right.
Well, I'm going to play the song. And that's it. We appreciate you for having us.
Been in my own little tunnel vision lately, bruh. Yeah, we've been having this conversation a long time. I think it's time to take some action. Yeah, I know we had a lot of niggas expecting to be on the boat, but that's just how life works. That's just how it goes. But we've been bossing since day one. So I think it's just time to take flight, bruh. You feel me? I'm ready. Let's get it. Choices and decisions, gotta live with those. All this fake love, one the reason for the fall. It's a shame, cause you really never know. It's a lesson or either way it goes. So I guess we gotta do our own thing. Abandon how we feel when we in the room. This ain't bullshit. All facts, giving up or decide whether lessons or blessings. I hope it's something either way. Praying that you never reach the no return. Cold hearted, limitless, cause your mind vacant. Soul ain't at peace, so it's never mind patient. Stop geeking, reaching out cause you see me peeking. Watch me grinding every still ain't believing. The myth we overcame these trials and tribulations. Shout out to Nip, it just take hustle and motivation. Pray for better days, them nights when they were savage. Now it's my mama's in the winter time, living lavish. People rather stand down instead of stepping up. I can't fade it, but I still shoot the best of luck. Back against the wall, still fighting to the death. I'll give you my all, even when I ain't got nothing left. Love and loyalty with me. Got a question, but I would've given up by now, but it's never done. Choices and decisions, gotta live.
Now, here we go.
It's a shame, cause you're probably really never know. It's a lesson or a lesson, either way it goes. So I guess we gotta do our own thing. Abandon how we feel when we make this thing good. Spitting all facts. Never get love. Can't afford to slide. Hardly home, but a nigga still low key. 2 apartments on the low, like they rent free. Uncle told me that he never seen me fall off. The proper routine, we keep them all off. Kind of sticks in the dream instead of coffee. Music with substance instead of gossip. Niggas be soft, we call them sweet frogs. It's the ball, instant classic, low view, special thanks to y'all. Gil Scott said, homies with a hatred at. Yeah, it sound good, but
bitch, I don't really chase a check. Put a check in me and cut off his neck. Tommy since I'm shine. Cowards want me dead because I heard they brag. Bitches got replaced buzzing down the ride. Exposing busters when them suckers try to hide. So I guess we gotta do our thing. Linda only feel for me and the money. Niggas say the all facts. Never get enough. Can't afford to say.
Thank you for letting us play that for your fans,
Appreciate
for
you.
your followers and supporters.
Thank you for playing
That
songs.
thing's
I
crank.
know it's a great song and everybody needs to hear it. How can our audience and others contact you? You know, I'm gonna put it in the description, but I would like to hear from you guys.
420 ESKI. That's all platforms. 420 ESKI. That's 420s.
Me on IG, Step STEP _ FTP. And FTP stands for the people. That's what we about. We for the people. On Twitter, Blunt Rap Boogie. Blunt Rap Boogie. And Blunt Rap, that's our movement. It's an acronym. Blunt Rap stands for boldly living united in truth, rebelling as people. That's what we stand on. We about being bold with the truth.
You guys heard that. Now, I hope you guys follow them. Go in the description box because you're going to get all their contact information and you get to see them with their movement as they are empowering the community, their music, and the things they're doing in the community. Thanks for the discussion, guys. Hope you have a good day. And by the time you guys see this episode, it's actually my birthday.
Oh yeah, we wanted to say early happy birthday too. Yeah.
Early happy birthday. Well, by the time it's getting aired, I'm saying happy birthday
Right,
to you.
happy birthday.
Happy
It's the
birthday.
episode. We turned it up just for you.
You're my Pisces sister too. You know, I'm 10 days out.
Yes, King Pisces. See you guys.